guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am bringing you guys a little mukbang slash story time slash Q&A. You guys have been asking me to film a video about my gallbladder surgery for a long time. Well, since I got my gallbladder taken out in June. So today I'm going to be doing a little mukbang and also telling you guys all about my gallbladder, why I got it taken out, basically how that kind of started, and answer some of you guys' questions, because I did have you guys send in some questions that you guys had on my Instagram about my gallbladder, because I was kind of shocked when people were asking for a video on that. I didn't think anyone would be interested in that, or like I never thought people would want to hear a video about that, but I guess a lot of you guys have gone through the same thing, getting your gallbladder removed and like having the gallbladder pains and everything. So today I thought I would eat some spicy noodles, which is probably not good for my gallbladder, but we have some spicy noodles, some rice cakes, some weenies. I have, who is calling me? Love to have some seaweed with my noodles, so we also have some seaweed, and we have a cold Sprite. I usually like to have a tea when I have noodles, but I didn't have any, so Sprite will do for today. I'm gonna start by eating a little bit, you guys, and I'm gonna do a little thumbnail really quick, because I do not want my noodles to get cold. We have our spicy noodles right here, and I'll link below the exact noodles that I get, because everyone's always curious on which noodles they are, but I just get the black package, and this is the stir-fry version. Let's do a little thumbnail. First bite. A little spicy because I forgot to add the pot, or like you're supposed to leave 8 spoonfuls of water in the sauce, and I forgot to do that, so it's literally just sauce. We have some rice cakes as well. Rice cakes are so good, you guys. If you've never had rice cakes, you need to try them. The best way I can really explain them to you is they're just like really chewy, like a lot of texture to the pasta or to the noodles. Hot dogs kind of really burnt these, but that's fine. And of course we have our seaweed. You know the food is good. Aquí en se antojó because I just bit my tongue so hard. So then you hate that when you're like so into the food that you bite your tongue. It hurts so bad. Anyways, so I love to eat my noodles with seaweed. I literally just grab the noodles. I grab some noodles and I put them in my little seaweed thing like that. I close it up. So good, you guys. I'm gonna start to talk because I feel like if not, I'm gonna eat this whole video. That's it. So I got my gallbladder taken out back in June. I had just given birth to Sophia. And I guess it's very common to like get your gallbladder taken out after you give birth. A lot of girls were telling me that they also had to get their gallbladder taken out literally after giving birth. So I guess it is pretty common, or I've heard that pregnancy can cause gallstones. I have a friend too, and she just had a baby maybe like a few months ago, and she just got her gallbladder taken out as well. So at first when I got my gallbladder taken out, I didn't know if it was because of the pregnancy that I developed gallstones or what it was. So basically, when I was around like 8 months pregnant, like 7 or 8 months pregnant, I started to get a really weird pain like on the very top of my stomach. I remember like telling you guys on my IG stories that like I had a really weird pain. It was just like a weird pain like on the very top of my stomach. Obviously I was pregnant, so like that was a little bit concerning. The pain was not anything like too crazy, but like it was still like when you're pregnant, like especially your first baby, like everything you're like scared about. So everything, like every little thing I would go to the doctor about. So I ended up going to the doctor, and they did an ultrasound when I was like 8 months pregnant, and they did say that that I had gallstones, that I had stones in my gallbladder. But at that point, like but it wasn't anything that was like, there was no obstruction is what the doctor said. And she also told me that basically, like, I was about to give birth, like I was about to go into labor, so like the best bet for me was to just wait until I gave birth, and then we would see what we could do about them, or just kind of wait it out until basically one of my stones like bursts or something like that. Basically the whole plan was to just wait it out. Was that after I gave birth, that was in April, and then literally randomly, one day randomly, Sophia was literally like a month old, you guys. She was literally like a month old, and it was like the very beginning of June or the ending of May. I don't really remember too well, but basically, like, I was laying down with her, and literally all I remember, you guys, is I had the worst pain ever. Like, I got the worst pain ever. Like literally, like, I don't even know how to explain this pain, you guys, but if you had gallbladder like pains before, it's literally worse than labor. Literally, I think that my gallbladder pains were worse than like my labor pains, you guys. Like, that tells you a lot, because labor is pretty painful as well. You guys know that I was really, really, really sick my whole pregnancy. Like, I couldn't really eat anything. Like, it was really hard because I was just so sick. Like, I couldn't eat anything, and like when you're pregnant too, you're like starving, but like I just could not eat. Like, I remember I would post and people would be like, how are you not hungry? And I was like, dude, I was hungry, but like I couldn't eat. Like, I physically, like, everything made me sick. My doctor did also tell me that, like, when they found out that I had gallstones, she did also tell me that probably one of the reasons that I was so sick during my pregnancy was because I had those gallstones. So she did say that if I were to ever get pregnant again, maybe it wouldn't be like that. Like, if I already had my gallbladder removed, that probably contributed to the reason why I was so sick all the time. And when I was pregnant, like, randomly, it was like more towards the end of my pregnancy, randomly I would wake up in the middle of the night with like the worst pain ever. But it was like not just on the top of my stomach, it was literally just like, the best way I could explain this to you guys is like you feel like you have to use the restroom, but like it just hurts so bad, like those times where like you like are like have the stomach flu or something, and like you're just like, oh my god, it hurts so bad. Literally, like I would wake up in the middle of the night and have to, like, I felt like I just had to go poop. I would go to the restroom, and literally it just would hurt so bad. I'd be like, oh my god, like, it hurts so bad. Like, I would be grabbing my stomach because I was like 8 months pregnant at this point. I'd be like, oh my god. Like, at first, the first time it ever happened to me, I got scared. I thought I was going into labor. At this point, I mean, 8 months pregnant, like, you don't want to go into labor though, you know, like, you still don't want to go into labor at 8 months. Like, the baby is viable at that point, but you still don't want to go into labor early, you know? So I literally thought I was going into labor, you guys, because the pain was just so bad. So literally, like, I would sit there and I'd just be like, oh my god, and I would be nauseous, and like my stomach would hurt. It was just bad. It was so bad, you guys. So then that happened to me like a few times when I was pregnant. Like, I would just randomly get up, and I thought that it was, at this point I didn't know that I had gallstones yet. So I just thought it was the food that I had ate that made me sick or something. Like, I didn't know what it was. I just was remember like feeling like, oh my god. Like, I remember sitting on the toilet and I would have a bag too because I would be throwing up, and I'd be like, oh my god, like, if this is like like, if I can barely handle this, like, how am I gonna be able to handle labor? Like, I remember just thinking like, oh my god, this is so bad. So then that happened to me like a few times, and then after that, that's when I was like realizing that the pain was like a little bit bad. Like, I just was getting like a random pain. And then that, like, literally having those literally like felt like labor pains. that's when I told my doctor, hey, this is what's going on. And then she decided to do the ultrasound. And then that's when we found out that I had gallstones, right? I don't know if I developed the gallstones because of pregnancy or I just always had them, because they say that you can have gallstones for years and just like not even know it. Like your gallstones are just like, there's like a term to it. I think it's like dormant. But your gallstones are basically like, I guess essentially you could say like your gallstones are asleep, like they're not woken up yet. They're not woken up yet. In Daniel's room, so that's why there's like a window back here, because I'm in Daniel's game room. Much the noodles, the rice cakes, the seaweed, everything is all from Amazon, you guys. The only thing that's not from Amazon is the hot dogs. I just got those at my local grocery store. There are a lot of women that develop gallstones because of pregnancy. Like I said, for me, I don't know if I developed mine because of pregnancy, if I've had them, if I already had them for a long time, I just didn't know I did. Because I personally feel like I might have gotten them because of pregnancy. But then again, like I think about it and I'm like, maybe I already had them because only certain foods would trigger those gallbladder attacks. Like I could not have hot Cheetos because I would get those gallbladder attacks. Literally, I had a bag of Funyuns and that's what made me get my gallbladder removed. Like it literally gave me like such bad gallbladder pains to the point where they literally gave me surgery and took like I had to get surgery to get my gallbladder removed, you know. So for everyone, it's different foods that trigger your pain. The reason that makes me think that maybe I already had them for a long time is because I remember when I had first met Daniel and we used to drink a lot. Every time I would drink Mike's, like you guys know which ones I'm talking about, like the Mike lemonades. Hi mommies. Mommies is here is. Every time I would drink the Mike lemonades, like literally I remember I would be drunk and I thought I was like allergic to them or something, because my arms would just start to hurt. Like both of my arms would start to hurt, like a weird pain. Like I remember I would be drunk and God, my arms hurt so bad. My arms hurt. And I remember everyone would just like laugh at me and be like, what? Like what is she doing? Everyone would be like, every time Liz starts talking about her arms hurt, you know she's drunk. But now looking back, I think maybe I already had gallstones and those for some reason would trigger my pain, because also every time I get gallbladder pain, not only does my stomach hurt, I feel nauseous, and for some reason my arms hurt. I don't know why. If any of you guys that have problems with your gallbladder have that, let me know, because I'm just like, is that because of the gallbladder or what? Because every time I get gallbladder pains, like my arms also start to hurt. So like it's so weird, you know. That's what makes me think like maybe did I already have them for years. They were just like sleeping for some reason. Those like Mike lemonades like would just trigger my gallbladder or what. So at this point I'm aware that I have gallstones, but I had just given birth literally like a month ago. I wasn't really thinking about that, and like I said, when they did my ultrasound, my doctor literally just told me like, well, like let's just wait until you give birth and then we'll see what we can do, or like we'll like if you don't really have any issues with your gallbladder, like if you're not like if you don't keep having those pains, like you shouldn't really worry about it right now. So literally, you guys, randomly, and I know exactly what triggered my gallbladder attack that day. I had a bag of Funyuns. Like I said, I was so sick my whole pregnancy. So after I gave birth, I was eating whatever I wanted. Literally, whatever antojito I would have, I would eat everything I wanted. Because for like a whole 9 months, I wasn't able to eat anything that I wanted. Like it sucked, you know. And I was obsessed with Funyuns. My whole pregnancy, I could not have hot Cheetos or Funyuns because they would make me so sick. I couldn't even smell like chips. Like Dana would open a bag of chips in front of me and I'd be like, ugh, like so like I hated the smell of them. So I was obsessed with Funyuns after I gave birth, and I remember Daniel brought me home a bag of Funyuns, like a big bag of Funyuns. I'm gonna move this so you guys can see Mommy's because she looks cute. He brought me home a bag of Funyuns, and I ate almost the whole thing, I'm not gonna lie. And that's what triggered my freaking gallbladder pains, you guys. I know that's what triggered it, because that's the only thing I had eaten that day. And literally randomly, you guys, I was holding Sophia and Dana was not even home. Yeah, Dana wasn't home, I think. No, I can't remember if Dana was home or if he wasn't, but I was holding Sophia. I think Dana was at the gym. and he was about to be home, and I just get this horrible pain. Like, it literally just felt like I had to go poop, but like it just was so like it just was so bad, you guys. It like it was like horrible, like cramps. Like, I just saw I had to go to the restroom, so I literally put Sophia down, and I'm just like, oh my god, oh my god. I go to the restroom, but like it gets more and more intense, and I'm just like, oh my god. Like, I'm getting nauseous. My arms are starting to hurt, and I'm just like, oh no. Like, I knew exactly what was going on. I called Daniel because I'm just like, oh my god, I can't even take this. And I call him, and I'm just like, oh my god, babe, I'm in so much pain, please come. He comes, and literally at this point I'm on the floor. Like, I could not walk. Like, I had thrown myself on the floor. I was literally like the Exorcist, because like the pain was just so bad. Like, maybe some of you guys think like I'm being dramatic, but no, like if you've had gallbladder pains, dude, like you know that pain is like so bad. So at this point, Daniel calls my mom. I was stressed because I'm just like, oh my god, like Sophia, like I just like my baby, like she was so little, you know. I'm just like, and I was like, I remember like thinking like, oh my god, like I cannot have surgery right now. Like, I cannot have surgery. Like, I'm breastfeeding. Like, how am I supposed to feed my baby? And like, I was just stressed because I'm just like, I had a new baby. I did not want to leave her to go and have surgery, you know. Daniel calls my mom, and I'm just like, mom, please come. Like, please come. My mom's just like, don't worry about anything. Like, you guys go to the hospital, and I got Sophia. I'll take care of Sophia. At this point, like, I had never left her with anyone. Like, I was like, honestly pretty stressed out about that because I didn't want to leave her with anyone. I do obviously 100% trust my mom, but like, I didn't want to leave my baby. I had just had her. Like, I did not want to go. Like, and like I said, I'm breastfeeding, so I'm just like, oh my god, like the worst thing ever, you know. Hospital, and literally it was almost like my labor all over again. Like, literally I was in the car like, oh my god, like please drive faster, like, oh my god, hurry up. He gets to the hospital, and literally as soon as I got there, like, I'm like, I can't even walk. They admit me into the hospital. I don't really remember if they did an ultrasound or what they did, but I think they did an ultrasound as soon as they got me in there. And then the doctor told me that my gallbladder was inflamed or something like that. I don't remember if she told me that they can take out my gallbladder or that they can just remove the stones. I think that's what she said. I think that they gave me the option to just remove the stones, and they also gave me the option to just fully remove my gallbladder. And I asked her like what were like the pros and cons of each. I ended up just telling them to just remove my whole gallbladder, but I was so like iffy on it because people tell you like, no, don't remove it because you're still gonna have pains, or yes, remove it, or like I had my gallbladder removed and like it was like the worst decision in my life. Like, all this, like all these different opinions that you hear. But I just decided to remove my gallbladder. It sucked though because like Daniel couldn't even come with me or stay with me or anything. But either way, I wanted him to go home and be with Sophia. He just brought me some stuff, and they said that they were going to schedule me for surgery in the morning. That morning, I remember they took me into surgery. When I got out, I remember I was like super like bloated, and like I remember also being bummed because I was like, I feel like after I gave birth, I was so like strict on like fajándome, and I was so like just on it. And I feel like after my surgery, like I kind of like let myself go a little bit because I could not fajad myself. Like, I couldn't really do any of that, and I was still kind of eating whatever I wanted. So that is like the top question that I get if I changed my diet, or like what do I eat now. And to be honest, I pretty much do eat whatever I want. Hot Cheetos and stuff, and like hot chips like that, like Funyuns, specifically hot Cheetos and Funyuns though. I'm scared to eat those because those have triggered my gallbladder attacks in the past. But as of recently, I have had hot Cheetos and Funyuns, and I've been fine. As you guys see, I'm literally eating hot noodles right now, which is probably something that I should stay away with, but like these don't actually trigger my attacks or anything. And even when I was pregnant, I would eat these noodles and I was perfectly fine. I remember when I was pregnant, I was kind of shocked that I could eat these, because when I would have maruchan, like just regular maruchan, like literally I would get the worst gallbladder attacks ever, like ever. I'm gonna get into like some of the questions that you guys had for me, because a lot of you guys actually suffer with like the gallbladder stuff, and a lot of you guys could relate to me on like having to get your gallbladder taken out literally like a month after giving birth. Not a question, but I got mine removed. Worst pain ever. So glad they removed it. Yes, oh my god, girl, me too, because I haven't had like the bad gallbladder pains like that. Sometimes like if I eat something that triggers it, I feel like I'll get like really nauseous, or like my arms will hurt, but I haven't really had like the gallbladder attacks again. Like certain things like that I've eaten will give me like a weird pain or like a gallbladder pain, but not like to the extreme that it was before. You get pains in your incision area, because I tend to at times. I do not. I did get a little scared after I had it removed, because one of my incisions, I think it's like 5 little things. Like whenever I've showed my little scars, people think I got lipo, but I mean I did get lipo before, but not on those scars. My lipo scars are literally like the tiniest things ever. One of them I feel like got kind of darker, because like when you get your gallbladder removed, for me they like glued it, and one of them like the glue was kind of like peeling, so I kind of peeled it, and then it kind of hurt me a little bit. So that one like did hurt me. It doesn't hurt me anymore though. What did they use to close your incision? They used glue. How long did it take for you to be able to recover and be able to move around normally? That first week was kind of hard. Like I feel like after I got out of surgery, for some reason I could not really stand up straight. And that first week was hard, because like I was in pain, but I was trying to not take any pain meds because I wanted to breastfeed still. So literally I only didn't breastfeed her for like that one day or that one night. I had milk in the freezer, but they went through it like really fast, so she did have like some formula when I was at the hospital, but I was basically in and out of the hospital really quick. Like the next day, like they discharged me and I came home, and then I just started breastfeeding her again. So I ended up not even really taking my painkillers like that, because I think the first day I was having quite a lot of pain on my incision area. That first day I did take my meds, and I think that first day I didn't breastfeed her, but then after that I was like, okay, I need to get back to breastfeeding before like she just does not latch anymore. But I want to say it took me like a good week to like feel back to like normal, you know? And like I said, because I wasn't really taking my pain meds like that. Like I felt fine when I was taking the pain meds, but like I said, I just couldn't breastfeed her when I would take them, you know? So I would try not to. How did you shower? I think that I would just put a bag over my incision areas, and I think at first it was just like a sponge bath, or I don't remember if it was like that first week that they said that I could not shower whatsoever. Did you get an endoscopy done for your gallbladder? I did not, but I did get like x-rays. I think I got like 2 x-rays. And then did you go back to regular eating after? Did you change your diet? So I personally do kind of just eat whatever I want still. Certain things, like I said, like I kind of get scared to eat, but for the most part, but I know like you should change your diet, because that's probably why I got gallstones in the first place. But like I said, for the most part, like I don't really get those gallbladder attacks like to that extent anymore, you know? I still have issues. I got mine removed last year and I still get bad pain and have bad gas. Okay, for the gas thing, I will say literally after you get your gallbladder removed, anything you eat, you're literally gonna go to the restroom like this. Not anymore. I feel like it's kind of at first, because this like right after I got it removed, literally you guys, anything I would eat would just kind of go through me, to the point where I was like, okay, if I'm out like at someone's house or something, I'm not eating anything, because I'm gonna have to go use the restroom, and I'm like embarrassed. Then someone said, did you have a draining tube after your surgery? I did not. Did your pregnancy cause you to have gallstones, or did you already have them? So like I said before, I don't know if I already had them or if it was because of the pregnancy. I had never had gallbladder pains before, so I don't know if my pregnancy just kind of triggered it. But like I said, I feel like I've heard that it's pretty common to get your gallbladder removed after having a baby. I just realized that this frame, I think, was in the background of this video the whole time, because like I said, I am in Dano's game room, and he literally has a Spider-Man like thing, so I took it down. I did not think that it was in the frame, but if it was, excuse that. But that is pretty much it for the video, you guys. I don't know why I chose to do a mukbang because I could not really eat and talk at the same time, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. A lot of you guys were actually asking for this video, so please go ahead and give the video a huge thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button down below if you guys are new to my channel. My new posting schedule is going to be on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so you guys are going to be seeing this video on Tuesday. Let me know what video you guys want to see on Thursday. Comment down below any ideas that you guys have for me. And that is all that I have for you guys today. I love you all so much, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.